I know why you're here. This is how you figure out if your girl is for the streets or she's not. What's good with y'all boys? Hey, listen, this is the HOEFAX Report. You heard of Carfax? Well, welcome to the HOEFAX Report. Okay, this is something I mentioned years ago. Now I'm finally dropping a video so you can figure out, hey, listen, if your hoe is for the street, your girl is for the streets or she's not. Are you wasting your time, your most valuable resource, or you're actually doing it wisely? All right, y'all like this up, bro. We need to get this through the algorithm for the brothers. You need to know if your girl is for the streets or not. You heard of Carfax. Let me explain this. The Carfax report states the longevity of the vehicle, obviously the vehicle make, model, year, etc. The mileage on it. Okay. Accident history. Now I'm relaying this to HOEFAX. The HOEFAX report is going to determine if this girl is worthy of you, a king, at least a king in the making. Okay. Are you wasting your time or not? This is going to save your life. You better stick around for this whole video. Number one, the year, make, model of your vehicle. Okay. Most of this is preference. Okay. Most of the time I prefer a light skin / mixed woman. However, there are exceptions, and I'm sure with you guys, there's the same thing. Now, the year is the most important. That's not the most important. Listen, ethnicity, not the most important. We're looking at capabilities, qualities, features, etc. Right? Can we all agree here? Put agree in the comment section. We all have our own preferences. Okay, that's fine. One thing that is universal is the year of the fucking make. All right. How old is your bitch? That's what I'm asking you, bro. How old is your bitch? Okay. Is she past her prime? Well, guess what? That is a depreciating liability, not an asset. Y'all think this shit is, y'all think I was going to you thought I was going to sugarcoat this shit, right? No, motherfucker. I'm here to speak the truth. All right. That is a depreciating liability. The fuck? She 32 talking about some, I have one kid, I want more. Do you have a boat? Get the fuck out of, like, real talk, y'all. Y'all gotta stop playing around with your life. Stop playing around with your life. Okay? You can come back at 45, 55, even 65. Settle down when you want to and have kids if you decide to at any time. So let's really see what I'm doing with this, guys, is putting y'all on notice that you have all the power, that you are the prize. Okay, let's continue forward. Car history. Okay, basically meat history. How many dicks she took to the forehead? How many kids is she guzzling down? Is she the ultimate babysitter? Right? Is it just your turn? Which for the most part, guys, let's be real here. Typically, y'all, it's just really your turn. It's really up to the time frame your turn technically lasts. You know what I'm saying? 6 months to a year, that honeymoon phase, and then it takes a dive, and then you're like, oh, this hoe ain't shit. Well, you should have known that from the beginning, and technically, and probably you did know, but you got complacent, you got comfortable in the guts, in the pussy, right? Some of y'all was comfortable with not having to pull out because they took contraceptive. Okay, I understand there are benefits. Sometimes you have stay-at-home pussy. Listen, guys, stay-at-home pussy that cooks and cleans for you is a detriment to successful men that's on the rise. Tell you right now. when they're not worth it, right? When it's like a 7.5, a 8, 8.5, that's just doing that stuff, right? And then they're just like young, they don't know what the fuck they doing. They for the streets, but you like, nah, I'ma save this bitch. You technically said you was gonna save this bitch, right? You had that Cape Gorilla Glue to your neck. Oh, Captain Saver, you was da for 6 months. Let's be real here. It's no shame in your game, brother. I'm not here to judge you. This is the HOEFAX report. Okay? We all here together. It's okay. It's okay. Just know that for the most part, guys, it's gonna be your turn. And then you're reduce, reusing, and recycle a bitch. And then you're on to the next one. That's literally how it is. Like, honestly, let's just call a spade a spade. That's it. Moving on. If your girl has a certain amount of previous owners, you need to know that she might just be designated for the streets. And once a woman is designated for the streets, this is going to ruffle a lot of feathers. It's going to get a lot of panties in a wad. Matter of fact, PSA, hold up. PSA, this whole video finna get a lot of people sensitive, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. Continuing on. After 5 previous owners, anything past double digits, she forever for the streets. If she is below double digits, below 10, and all of her guys have been relationships, then she's not for the streets until further notice. Until you deem so. We're going to withhold judgment until you vet them and take them through the process. Typically, you might be the last leg anyway, so they better be trying to prove themselves. In general, you want a woman proving herself, but we out here, see, the HOEFAX report is trying to make sure that you understand their past and what they've done. Any woman watching this, that's what's important to us. If you mad right now because the shoe fits for you, bitch, then that means that you designated for the streets. But if you taking care of yourself, i.e. close your freaking legs, right? You might be able to reach a fucking king and actually have your whole life saved. Who knows? Now listen, guys, this is an important segment right here. Collision history. The collision report. How many accidents has this bitch been in? And matter of fact, is it premeditated? Because something y'all got to understand about a woman. They feign ignorance, okay? A lot of women sit here and, like we all know, accountability is not their thing. I'm telling you, this HOEFAX report takes in account their history to a degree that factors in, guess what? Accountability. Did you go to a frat party understanding what goes on there, but you went anyway with your girlfriends? Oh, okay. So you knew you was going to get ran through, but you decided to go anyway. Let's dock their insurance right now. See, the car insurance, guys, is literally a bitch. It's literally a chick's simp. A simp that has to save a whole Cape Gorilla Glue to his neck. He out here just literally, all he do, his whole existence is sitting here being a keyboard warrior, telling bitches that they queens on every one of their posts, right? Liking all them bitches and willing to spend their bread on them. Okay, a whole check on a bitch, a whole bag on a bitch for a bag, for an extravagant trip, for feet pics, like real shit. These are the losers that hype these bitches up and make them forget exactly what reality is. These are those guys. Okay? No. Once for the streets, always for the streets. There is no changing that. I want you guys to get this through your head. Okay, there is no reprimanding, there is no saving, there is no going back. No, bitch, you don't have a time machine. You can't take them bodies away. I don't care if you want to claim you a born again virgin. A lot of these females want to claim, oh, I've changed, I've turned over a whole new leaf. Well, guess what? I'm going to turn that bitch right back over, and I see your HOEFAX report. I see your body count. It's written on your forehead, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? The hell you talking about? You think I'm going to save you? Fellas, do not save these hoes. We're not saving these hoes. We dropping dick off indefinitely. The females that, when you look at they HOEFAX and you're like, damn, this hoe ain't shit, you put them in the leisure and or you just duck them off. Cool. If they HOEFAX meet standard, which I'm telling you guys right now, over 90%, they not finna do it. That's fine. You know what? And you know why? Because a dime a dozen is going to be worth it. If a female claims that she is that, she doesn't mind her HOEFAX report being pulled up. It's going to show not a hoe. Denied hoe. You're denied from being a hoe because you're not. Over 90% of them accepted. You are for the streets. Matter of fact, let's upgrade you to the highway. Nope. You took that shit too far. You done had 3 trains ran on you, bitch. Okay, you going to the skyway. You're going worldwide, bitch. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. You have your designation for these women, and there is nothing that can change that. I don't care if it's a night with the boys, y'all trying to catch some guts. I don't care. You know who's designated for which one. And that's what it is. Listen, if a chick has more than 5 bodies, if her vehicle history says it had more than 5 owners, and let's be real here, if she had a one-night stand, gone. Going to the wind. Bitch gone. If she has had less than 5 and they've all been relationships, potential. Okay, we need to start understanding which chicks can be vetted for potential and which chicks are designated strictly for the streets, which means their leisure time, and or you just ducking them hoes off. You chucking the deuces at them hoes. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm here to help brothers win. And that's what it is, guys. The HOEFAX report is here to show you, hey, she's had this amount of bodies, right? If her name is in the streets, understand that she has a legitimate HOEFAX report with claims, okay? There are claims on that bitch. She had to file for them hoes. If she has trauma, oh, my ex-boyfriend was blah, 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 and blah. Whatever she tell you along the line, oh, he did this and he did that. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe that shit until you see the HOEFAX report. She claimed this, but actually it was this. Exactly. Let's get the proof, because they're going to play damsel in distress. Cry them crocodile tears. I ain't seeing none of that shit. You got to be 10 toes down on this. You got to be 10 toes down on this. You can't take no bull. None, bro. I'm telling y'all. Now listen, she might have things that benefit her report. For instance, with your car insurance, right? You get certain amendments, right? You get certain privileges if you've accomplished certain things. Bet, bitch. If you've been in nothing but actual relationships, if you haven't had a one-night stand, and some of you guys is like, how you gonna find out this information, MJ? When you're in the comfortable stage, let's discuss this really briefly, okay? In the beginning, when you were seeing a woman, there's a period of time where you are just strictly having fun, when you are cordial. It's called the non-judgment zone. That's what I call it. No judgment zone. That's when it's all fun. It's all just, hey, we hooking up. She gonna hit you up at times. You don't respond. You don't press seeing her more than once a week. If you're seeing her more than once a week, it's because she's initiated it, and that's fine. You leave accordingly. You dip in the morning. If you cuddling up with the bitch, you don't pillow talk. You dip. Okay, if you gotta have an excuse, you gotta have an excuse. This is to make sure that she stays on her best behavior and maintains interest in you. You leave, get back on the grind anyway, right? Get back on the grind, get that money, get back to the bag anyway, right? She maintains good behavior. Okay, if that's the case, she hasn't had one night stands. She doesn't take 2 days to respond to you. You know what I mean? She don't seek validation and attention from other men. Those are bonuses. Okay, those are reprieves on her HOEFAX report. Those are literal positive implications right there. That shows that she's not for the streets. Guys, listen. You do your proper vetting process. All you need to know, at least from me, is, in my opinion, once for the streets, always for the streets. If her body count exceeds 5 and or she has had one night stands, you just need to know if she's had a one night stand or not. You rule her out or you don't. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. Because I don't want y'all wasting your time. Okay, I want you to be able to properly designate chicks for the streets, or if she's worthy. That's it. This is your HOEFAX report from the RedPill Pharmacist. I need y'all to be easy. Make sure y'all pull out.